I thought I had married into the perfect life. Private jets, oceanfront mansions, a last name that opened doors. But 3 weeks after the wedding, I found a locked room in their house, and what was inside made me realize I hadn't married into a family. I had married into a lie. Before we continue the story, where are you watching from? And what time is it over there? Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel. My name is Elowin Vance. Before all of this, my life was simple. I was a junior architect in Manhattan. Small apartment, long hours, big dreams, nothing glamorous. Until I met Cassian Thorne. He wasn't just rich. He was quietly powerful, the kind of man who didn't show off wealth, but lived in it like it was oxygen. We met at a charity gala on the Upper East Side. I was there as a +1. He noticed me. Not the models, not the socialites. Me. Everything moved fast after that. Weekend trips to the Hamptons, helicopter rides over Manhattan at sunset, private dinners in places you couldn't even find online. It felt unreal, like I had stepped into someone else's life. Then one night, in Malibu, he proposed. No speech, no hesitation. Just one question. Will you trust me? I said yes. I didn't even think twice. His family, they were even more intimidating than his wealth. The Thornes, old money, billionaires, untouchable. Their estate in Beverly Hills looked like a fortress. Glass walls, silent staff, endless security. Everything was perfect. Too perfect. The first dinner with them felt strange, quiet, controlled. His mother Serafina barely smiled. His father Alaric studied me like I was a business investment. And his sister Sloane didn't look at me at all. Family is everything to us, Serafina said, but it didn't feel warm. It felt like a warning. After the wedding, I moved into their estate, not just Cassian's home, the entire family compound, and that's when I started noticing things. There were rules, unspoken but obvious. Certain rooms I couldn't enter, conversations that stopped when I walked in, staff who avoided eye contact, security in places that didn't make sense. At night I would hear footsteps, doors opening, low voices echoing through the hallways. Arguments quickly silenced. One night around 2 a.m. I saw Cassian leaving, fully dressed, calm, focused. He told me it was business, but his voice felt rehearsed. Then I noticed a pattern. Every Sunday night, the entire family disappeared. No staff, no drivers, nothing scheduled. They were just gone. I asked him once, "Where do you go?" He smiled, kissed my forehead, and said, "Some things are better left alone." That was the moment I knew. Something wasn't right. 3 weeks after the wedding, I found the door. It was hidden down a long hallway on the west side of the house, a place no one ever walked through. No cameras, no staff, just silence. The door was locked, but not securely, like no one expected it to be opened. My hands were shaking, but I opened it anyway. Inside wasn't a bedroom or a storage space. It was an office, cold, windowless, minimal, and the walls were covered in photos, not family photos, not memories, surveillance, dozens of people, men, women, all unaware they were being watched. In the center of the room was a table, covered in files. I opened one, then another. Each file had the same format: name, net worth, connections, weaknesses, secrets. These weren't random people. They were powerful. Politicians, executives, people who controlled industries. Then I saw it. My name, Elowin Vance. My hands froze. I opened it. Everything was there. My life, my past, my family. Private details I had never shared. Fears I didn't even realize I had. And at the bottom of the file, my own word, selected. You weren't supposed to see that. I turned slowly. Cassian was standing in the doorway. Calm. Too calm. How long, I asked. My voice barely worked. He stepped inside. Closed the door behind him. From the beginning, he said. My chest tightened. The gala wasn't random, I asked. He shook his head. You were chosen. The room felt smaller, colder. Why me? He looked at me carefully. Because you're invisible, he said. Smart, clean, no scandals, no enemies. Perfect, perfect. This wasn't real, I whispered. A pause. Then he said, it became real. I laughed. Not because it was funny, because it hurt too much not to. You built this on a lie. No, he said. We built something powerful. This is blackmail. It's leverage. This is illegal. It's control. His voice never changed. Not once. You can't leave, he said quietly. That's when it hit me. I wasn't his wife. I was part of their system. I didn't leave that night. I couldn't. Everything around me was theirs. The house, the security, the people, even the silence. So I played along. For weeks, I became the perfect wife, smiling, observing, waiting. But I was learning every detail, every pattern, every weakness. And then one night, when the house was empty again, I went back. This time, I didn't just look. I took everything. Files, drives, evidence. My hands didn't shake anymore. I walked out of that house and never came back. No goodbye, no warning, no trace. By the time they realized, I was already gone. New city, new identity, new life. They tried to find me. Of course they did. But this time, they didn't have control. I did, because I knew their secret. And they knew, if I ever spoke, everything they built would collapse. I used to think wealth meant freedom, security, power. But now I know the truth. Sometimes, the most dangerous prisons don't have walls. They have luxury, silence, and a last name you can never escape.